So in case you've been living under a rock, the state of this country is in absolute disarray. Our country is being burned down to the ground from within. Just like every other great civilization, great empire, they always crumble within. And daily it gets worse. It gets worse and worse. And the violence, just the amount of violence is getting to the point where, I don't got a good feeling about this. And this upcoming election is the most important event in the Common Era. I'm not going to tell you what I feel is going on in my beliefs as far as politicals, but everybody needs to vote. I'll be honest, I didn't vote. I didn't vote the last term. I just didn't care that much, but you bet your ass I'm going to be voting this term. Everybody needs to register to vote. Everybody needs to go and vote in person. Don't do the mail-in ballot. Go in person. Screw the virus. That's not as bad as what people think. Wear a mask, social distance, whatever. Go in and vote. Because, I'm 30 now, and I've been on this earth long enough to start to put some pieces together. There's the biggest piece that you put together is you don't know shit. There's most things you just don't know. You're lucky if you'll know just a really tiny fraction, and that's a really smart person. But there's so much that we don't know. But what I have put together is there's dark forces at work right now. And what I've figured out is the dark forces and the demons, we'll call them that for now, but the dark entities, they try to trick you. They're tricksters. They shape shift. They wear masks, they wear a facade, and they say things that sound nice, but when they get in position, they'll strike. And that is what is happening right now. 100%. God doesn't need to trick you. And again, I'm using this term God very loosely. But ultimately, there is a battle between light and dark. That's what duality is. It's just the reality of this reality that we live in. So God doesn't need to trick you. It doesn't need to convince you. It's convincing by its presence. Once God shows itself to you, and he'll only come in when you allow it, when you allow him to. He doesn't try to mess with free will. So when you allow God to come in and it shows its presence, let it be known. There's no denying that. That's not what the dark forces do. They, like I said, they'll try to trick you. They'll try to trick you, and just because it's a sneaky, that's just a sneaky evil thing. And that goes for certain political parties. And I do not want to see this country, I don't want to be part of that generation where this country falls apart. I don't. Everything was going pretty well until 2020, man. It's almost like it was on purpose. 2020. Global pandemic, civil unrest to the point that we've never seen before. It's getting so violent, so nonsensical. This has nothing to do. It starts with racial injustice. But again, these evil dark forces will hijack people's minds and trick them. And now we got a whole new situation. We've got an angry mob of people who don't even know why they're mad. They're just mad. Do you know how easy it is to trick people when they're in fear or they're pissed off? Very easy. It's very easy to trick people when they're pissed. You tell them a bunch of bullshit, you feed them a bunch of crap, and you get them all riled up, and then they attack. They do the rest. Who's the top 1%. Who's really running this world? Not even this country, but who's the top 10 people that sit around at a table and discuss certain things? Who are those people? Because it's not just rich. The filthy rich aren't just like, yeah, they're more part of the machine, but who are the people who's really running stuff? I don't got a good feeling about this. That's why everybody needs to vote. Trump 2020, just saying. Trump can't lose. Sorry if you don't agree with me, but in the future, history is going to look back and say that Trump was one of the greatest presidents ever. I'm not saying I'm a Trump dick rider, but we don't need change right now. We need stability. Right? Don't we need stability? So to have a completely new socialist agenda come in right now, not a good time. Not a good time. That they're not saying that there's not room for, ideas and bits and pieces of socialism. Free healthcare. Free healthcare seems to. To give you an example, I really don't think that there's anything wrong with being democratic, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being conservative. It's a issue by issue problem. Like how can you pick a side so hard where these new terms now are the far left and the far right. How long have those terms been around for? It's very reasonable to meet right down the middle. And to give you an example, free healthcare would be nice. You can't give everything away for free, I understand, but basic healthcare. Now, that's not to say that the quality of healthcare would diminish. It might, because I don't know the kind of healthcare that Canadians receive. It's not, from what I understand, it's not up to par with if you have like a policy that you pay for certain health coverage. But the thing you got to understand about duality is in the yin and yang concept, it's duality, the two pieces of one. The thing you got to understand about that is you want to be part of the fight. You want there to be a battle, because if there isn't a battle, then you lose. And it's up for you to decide, which side are you going to pick? Are you going to be part of the darkness, or are you going to be part of the light? And that's, I think, where the soul sort of comes in. It's you're born with a certain set of predisposition genetics, and you make life choices, and when you get to a certain point, your soul is, it's just the very essence of what you are. Your human body is a shell, but oh shit, what was I gonna say? The soul. So what you want is there to be a battle. It's the yin and yang. It's the constant dance between the two. And right now I think that the darkness is winning. But that doesn't mean that the light isn't going to stand up and fight, because that's what we're supposed to do. That's goodness, and that's what's right, and that's justice. So I'm going to end it there. If you like this, please consider subscribing. Peace.